Douglas Adams.
42.
Yep. Dirt block
How about
42.
I'm feeling 22.
Farewell, sweet boat.
It feels like a perfect night.
I'm ashamed of myself for even knowing this.
I always hear it as dress up like Hitler, though. To dress up like Hitler and make fun of the Axis. That's my
What are you talking about?
Taylor Swift song, 22.
Yeah, she was talking about
But it's
Dr.
dress up,
Pepper and
dress
dressing
up
up like
like
Hitler.
hipsters and make fun of our exes.
Oh.
But I always mishear it. At this point, I can't not mishear it. It's logical.
So nobody like made a parody where they said that. It just sort of sounds
I just
like
did.
that.
No, you don't know the song? Usually you're pretty up on the pop music. Especially T-Swizzle.
Are you talking to Albert now, right?
Taylor Swift, yes.
Usually
You
up
tend
on the
to be
pop. I was
aware-
only
you
up
know
on that
blank
because I
space.
worked at Walmart and I had a coworker who would like pump her constantly. I haven't been there in a
Okay.
year.
I don't know what your coworker was doing with Taylor Swift. That's between her and Taylor Swift. But the source of your knowledge
He
wasn't in
claimed
question.
that were he given the opportunity, there would be internal damage. So
Good lord. Again, however, where you came by the knowledge is not of import. You had the knowledge. That's what I'm saying. I thought when this was an earlier song.
oh, was it?
Yep.
Well, he never sang it. He was all about that blank space
Space?
and what are the
it
other
came
words
along.
from that album? I don't know.
Shake it off.
Shake It Off, yeah. Definitely he would play a lot of Shake It Off.
Well, I'm out of dirt.
I'm out getting more. I'm probably exposed to some bad elements out here.
Bad elements. I love the chickens
That
up
was
top.
awesome. Woo for knocking creepers off the dirt block.
Woo!
I should get a sword or something.
Ah.
It's a good villager
Just get a
impression,
stone
Joe.
one.
Ah. You don't have a sword. Oh god! Okay, I made it. Oh no, dog!
Probably
Look
a good
out!
villager
Oh god!
impression too.
What's happening? No!
You kill your dog.
If you jump off from a great height, will your dog jump off after you?
Well, apparently it'll teleport underneath you and freak you out.
Oh, okay.
Which is what just happened. And then a piece of hay broke. That was an odd... I don't know how often I'll be using that handy dandy get down device again.
Well, that zombie has a sword.
So when are we gonna build the hay block?
Holy crap. That was a pretty heavy hit. Alright, I'm gonna use my bow.
Headshot!
It's always just
Nice. I didn't get his sword.
so disappointing when you run out of.
No, they don't
That was
always drop it.
lame.
It was a human owned object, they'll always drop it, but they won't necessarily drop stuff they're holding just because they're holding it. Ow, 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 ow. Scuttler.
I got to go see that Shallows movie this weekend.
That
Was not terrible. No, yeah, it was pretty good. I don't want to oversell it. Oh, burn. There's a Vern. Shovel, Vern. Shovel. Oh, no, I'm gonna die. How? Oh, Jag
Where are you?
nabbit.
That was a new one, Jagnabbit.
Where were you?
He stopped. There was a moment where he stopped. Like he was
taunted
up
you?
against me and I'd been hit, but he didn't hit me again. And I thought maybe I would be okay. Like I thought that there'd be some enough lag to let me go. There was
Where
not.
were you?
I was up at the end of the bridge.
Oh, really? Okay. I was going to try and help you get your stuff back, but I'm still going to do that, but I can't get up there for some reason. And it's also dangerous. Ah!
I had a really nice comment on Reddit about that review, though. Somebody was like, "I'm gonna stop watching this because you're doing a good job not giving spoilers, but you're giving some details that I think I would like to just want to know as little as possible. But I'll come back and watch it later." And I was like, it's like one of the nicest Reddit interactions I've ever had.
I guess. I'm
Not
going
like-
to keep my mouth shut.
We got a bunch of really nice ones on our on the Game of Thrones one for the last episode.
Yeah. But that was YouTube. I was talking Reddit.
Ah, yes.
Overall, the comments I find to be very...
Thank you
Nice.
for the door, whoever put that in. I was gonna put an acacia door in, but
I can break that down.
that one's probably better. I'll just put that right here.
Ow! Ah! Yeah, and then actually we got Dwarf Fortress, Game of Thrones, and... Hello! I didn't...
That's our new product. Hello. Joe told us not to make any
people love
products.
that.
On
They're
these.
really, it's just Tony saying hello.
I usually say yo.
That's why this is so.
It's revolutionary. We were like, wait a minute. There aren't very many videos on YouTube of Tony saying yo. We can corner the market. I mean, hello.
Yes. Dude, don't give away spoilers for season 2.
Very sorry. We are about to be starting season 3 of the podcast.
Yeah.
And we mentioned that in the last video. Well, I guess by
Sort
the time
of.
this comes
If it's-
out, will it?
100 episodes per season, which is a lot.
Yep.
It's like late night talk show level stuff.
Yeah.
Except not late at night.
Well, sometimes.
Could be. I usually release it at about 11 o'clock.
That's true. You can listen whenever your little heart desires.
It can be late night.
It's just better in the dark so you don't have to see my face.
If you like hearing Al talk.
Well, it is a
late night.
podcast. Their audio option is sort of like
Yeah,
what we
but-
started with.
My aura will always be there.
If we were stuck with the audio only thing, it probably would be a lot easier to produce.
Yeah, but we wouldn't
Somebody
be as far
got the
along
great
as
idea to be like, let's put it on YouTube, you guys. I can do a multicam thing.
Yes,
Uh,
someone.
So
I don't think we'd be as far along on YouTube if that had just stayed as a video, as a podcast though.
maybe. That's tough to say.
No, I'm saying it.
Okay.
Toy boat is tough to say.
Boat.
You're not my dog.
No, I'm not.
See, finally, I caught up. Been lying to me this entire time. There are so many bad guys. Did someone turn the spoiler box up to 12 or whatever? Jesus
spoiler
Christ.
box?
I don't know.
It's like a hitbox, but when you're around Al, it just comes flying out.
My dog is riding up a waterfall. This is just weird. Yeah, the water this is odd. This is odd in a lot of different ways.
Run. Okay. Uh-oh, that probably came through real loud. I realized my phone was sitting on the table that held the microphone. And we don't have dampeners
We do not have dampeners.
because they're uber expensive for the blue snowballs that we use.
I don't even have a blue snowball at the
They're
moment.
more expensive than the... What?
So I don't even have a blue snowball at the moment.
Why aren't you recording with our best possible recording hardware, Joe?
Because it didn't work.
Because it
It's
doesn't
all
have a
squelchy
cable.
and weird.
Oh, they didn't send you a good cable. Do you want to talk about that, by the way? That's a good story.
Oh yeah, they sent me the
I'm
wrong
not sure
cable.
it's-
Which
Good story.
that's-
All right, next time.
Yeah, that wasn't a good story.
I was
Gonna
hoping
be
you would
yeah,
like
shipping
set it
issues.
up, like, wait, I went on Amazon, I was looking for the cable, and it said, said in 3 different
Well,
places.
Tony already said the story was already told when you told me to tell the story.
I spoiled it. See how spoilers work out?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, no, Joe still could have told it in a more compelling manner. Instead, he was like, well, cable busted. They didn't send me the right one.
Now he gets to experience the Amazon return process.
And it wasn't my fault. I looked up and I did purchase the blue snowball cable. Even the little picture had the blue snowball plug.
Is it the silver
sent me,
one? Does it look all silvery?
No, it's a different brand.
Oh, okay.
But not the Amazon brand. I was told by Mr. Southcott that's not good. He's poopy.
I want to
Yeah,
give
one of the
my
guys from
personal
Google.
anecdotal evidence and say that I've never had any problems buying Amazon cables, and I have 2 of the 6-foot ones that I'm running through right now and have been for over a year, and they have not failed me yet.
I'm using one that is 25 foot long right now. But to get that, I had to go through 3 cables. And there's a class action lawsuit by Google right now against Amazon because of their faulty cables, having a 1/3 or so failure rate.
Why Google? Like, I mean, I understand that Google
that's
would probably
not-
like to take down
It was,
Amazon.
it was an engineer at Google who was tired of their shit.
Oh,
so he
okay.
just started logging how often they were failing.
I thought you were saying like Google ordered a big bulk order of
Yep.
Amazon things, and they were like, none of these work.
And Larry died!
I've been watching
I got-
Mr. Robot lately. That's speaking of sort of computery type things. When I say watching Mr. Robot, I've like watched like the first episode and part of the second episode. And I'm liking it a
that
lot. But man, did they almost lost me in that first episode when he was just mocking other people's music tastes. And I was like, is this our hero?
started laughing hysterically during the first episode and couldn't watch it.
Why?
I just found
What was
it,
your?
I just found it so like, Mr. Robot, and I'm hacking and blah blah blah, and there's evil corp and it's blah blah. I just
It was
like,
very,
in the-
very edgy. I mean,
But it wasn't. It was like
I mean,
I'm 12
like in
and this
that,
is
like
edgy.
I think I'm edgy. I'm a teenager,
Yes.
and however, as I let it, I did give it some more time, and I was like, okay, I'm connecting with this guy a little bit more, despite his sort of I'm edgy thing. Maybe that's just part of the character, and accepting it as part of the character and and being able to empathize with him a little bit more. I'm not 100% convinced that that's what the showrunners think, but I haven't finished watching it, so
How can you empathize with a robot?
he's not the robot.
I assume that's right. That was my. Has anyone watched the show? That was my guess. I was like, how long until they reveal he's a robot?
That's
Yeah.
that's not the plot of the show. Mr. Robot is. I
You
mean,
watch.
Spoilers. Sort
Yeah,
of.
he's a replicant.
Who is?
That's my guess. The guy.
I don't know. I've never seen the show. I hadn't even heard of it.
It's entirely possible that like a lot, like I mean,
That's my prediction.
they
He's
talk
gonna be
about him
revealed to be a
having
robot.
paranoid like fantasies. I would really love to see it. A lot of the stuff be in his head. By the end.
I
of the
wonder
season.
what the condition of believing you're a robot is called, because I know that's a thing.
It's called
Like
dreaming.
thinking you're
It's
an
called daring to
artificial
dream, Tony.
construction. What's that?
It's called daring to dream.
Well, he has the. I mean, he just has a lot of paranoid delusions, but then like actual
doesn't think he's a
paranoid stuff
robot.
starts happening to him. So you kind of, I kind of wonder, is it going to turn out that some of it's sort of verifiable within the show, but is some of it going to turn out to still be inside of his head? Send spoilers to
this is-
@AlbertBerg on Twitter.com.
And that's Albert_Berg.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Or @Albert.Berg. You know,
didn't realize this
whatever
was a
naming
pond.
convention you want to decide to use. Doesn't really matter. As
We'll
long as
get
somebody
there.
writes a
Thanks to
paper to
Mr.
support it.
Thanks to Mr. Robot.
So what do you think of 1.10.2, Al?
I haven't got to try out any of the stuff. Once there's a third decimal point on it, then it stops being a number. So it's okay.
What is new in this one?
Bug fixes. I was mostly just wanting to bring up the version.
Yeah,
count
that's
again.
what.
Well,
That's
yeah, 1.10 doesn't make any sense. 1.10.2 absolutely makes sense.
So it could have been avoided if they did like 1.10.0.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I understand you a little more.
Where's this door? How come I can never find the door that I built and put in? Where I can never get to it from the outside.
It's because it's a jar.
Hey-o!
Whoa!
No, that's the file that's running Minecraft. Hey-o!
That was some deep cuts right there.
Why is there so much coal?
You only just now noticed that, Tony?
Oh, I usually don't have to go that
We
far
had-
because I don't die as
We had
often as
that
you.
whole conversation in the previous thing about the stairs, and
But he thought it was the dirt stairs with the giant
Yeah, I
hole
thought
going
it
on
was
the
where
side.
the giant hole was.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
no,
Now I see your acacia door and everything. I understand.
I was
I am no longer ignorant.
so like, I mean,
At least not in that.
I didn't know if Joe meant that. Like, I noticed that they were coal.
Yes.
I didn't know if that was what Joe was talking about, because
It is.
if there's something else that was weird about them, because that's
I
not
have still-
really that weird.
You do it.
What?
You do it.
Do what?
Build cold like that.
No. I don't feel like it.
You can't.
Yes, I can. All I need is a silk touch
Yes,
pickaxe.
that's the thing. I've never had Silk Touch before. I randomly got it, and it's been weird. I keep finding stuff like that in my inventory, so I decided to celebrate by confusing the path out of the
walking
block
towards
even more.
walking towards the dirt block, like the way that I don't know if this is gonna show up with the bitrate that I'm using, but the way that the pattern kind of refracts around as I get closer to it, it's very bizarre.
I don't understand what that means exactly. I'm curious to see that.
Hopefully it'll show up in my video. If not, it'll just be on Tony's screen this whole time.
My impressive stair laying will be on display.
Oh, the stars. You should put it on my screen. There's just stars everywhere. They're scattered out around the. It was just like you were staring at the
Well,
dirt
the
block.
bitrate just wasn't high enough to capture the stars, but it was very pretty.
Nope. I'll put a note up. It's Tony's effing
That
a
or
mental.
Al just like blacked out the sky.
I did not do that. I don't have time to do that.
I mean, there were stars, but the way you were describing it was like you were seeing like the face
Oh,
of God,
it was
and
like
it was
the
just you
Milky
standing
Way.
on the dirt block. There's too many animals on the
Man.
dirt block. Yeah.
What are you even doing with the dirt block over there? Like, what's going on with your pattern? It doesn't make any sense.
I was told to level off my elitist half and bring Al's up to code. That's what I'm doing.
All right.
But it's a little more difficult than you'd think, considering the patterns coming into it from this side. So I'm sort of...
And the fact that your dog keeps getting in the way every 12 seconds.
Yes. Dog, come over here. And the chickens now, too. Come over here! Okay, sit.
We haven't got the voice that's not until 1.10.3
Siri.
voice command. You know, we're gonna have to knock down some of what you've built here once we get these stairs aren't gonna work.
What?
Well,
Which ones?
The stairs are going to cease to work eventually.
well, no, they'll go. I'm saying. So, like, let's say the stairs go up like this, and then like that. And like there,
The stairs were always going to cease to work, yes.
and then they won't work, so we'll have to cut in to here.
You know, I could just go back to my half and leave your poopy half on the ground.
I was just pointing out that we have to make
All right,
arrangements.
I'll do that. Get another concession to L's.
Oh, it's fine. Like what I just did was fine. You don't have to do anything
just-
else.
I was going to fill it in again. That would be fine.
Okay.
But I won't. We'll leave the stairs. Except if I keep... Alright, yeah.
They need to be 4 wide, though. I'll fix it.
What? Oh yeah, they do need to be 4 wide.
If we want to keep the pattern going. Or we can just make it skinny through there.
Well, the stairs in their entirety is going to have to be revisited somewhat soon.
Did you you guys hear that Channing Tatum is doing a fake remake of a 1980s Romanian cop show
I did not.
called Iron Fisted?
Is this the sort of thing
I've
you were
seen
talking
that
about, Tony,
movie.
where I'll just have these topics to throw out during Dirt Block?
Yes. That's what I was thinking, is like, Al probably wrote down Iron Fist somewhere.
No, I just read where other people wrote it down, and I thought it was interesting, and you might want to talk about it. I don't have a lot of details. It sounds like I guess he's doing a film adaptation of this fictional show, which is just making a movie. But I mean, like, there's this whole fiction that he's creating around the idea that, like, there was this
So he
great
just had to
Romanian
find, like,
cop
the
show
Reno
from the
911.
1980s called Iron Fisted, and he's producing a movie.
Okay, is it going to be... Is the show going to be about, like, the actors in the cop show, or is it going to be the cop show made into a movie?
I think it's going to be the cop show made into a movie.
Okay.
Which I personally cannot wait to see, like, where they'll, like, just drop, like, weird references to things that never happened in actual life, but, like, feel like references to stuff. I
Yes.
think that could be pretty brilliant.
That's also what I crave for my entertainment. Fake references to things that didn't... So you're not...
Good sentence, Joe.
I'm just gonna put down dirt. I'm over here. Discuss your weird Bulgarian cop shows.
I found him thoroughly amusing in the, Hail Caesar movie, too.
Never saw
Looked
that.
like it was going to be pretty
Did
good.
not realize what I was getting into in that movie, but...
Looks like he's a Broadway singer or something.
Is that the Coen brothers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum plays, like, you know, sort of one of the pretty boy singing type actors, and the introduction to him is he's in the middle of filming this musical number where he's a sailor. They're going off to to sea, and they're in the bar full of, you know, all the girls, and they, you know, the bartender says closing time or whatever, and he starts singing about how there won't be any dames, and it starts out as like this, like, you know, there won't, you know, we're gonna miss the women, and it like slowly morphs into like all sailors really love gay sex. Like, it's just called No Dames, and that's it was a lot of fun.
Musicals, ladies and
It
gentlemen.
started out, well, it's not really a musical, Tony. It's a movie with a song and dance in it.
Well, I'm saying that if they were to actually make that movie.
Oh, okay. It was just amazing to think about that getting made in like the 1970s or 60s, or when, I guess it's the 50s when this takes place, but it's a pretty all around it was pretty funny. There's a whole bit where somebody gets kidnapped by some communists, and they explain their philosophy to him about how that everything can be like predicted, but then they also talk about how they're going to change things. He's like, well, if you can predict it, it's a smart movie. I enjoyed it a lot.
Scum Brothers. They're very good at smart. They are very smart. Smart.
I think that might be some of their problem sometimes, is that people might not always get what they're going for.
Sometimes they're a little like Burn After Reading was a little like.
Well, that's
just sort of like, okay, that was a movie. Like there was no, not really.
That's a movie that I feel like if I watched it again, I might enjoy it more though. Like I did
guess.
feel like that the first time I saw it, but having seen some Coen Brother movies now, and especially having thought about them, I was like, you know, I bet there was more going on there than I really registered at the time. And I just wanted it to be like funny, and it wasn't that funny. So, I mean, but they do that. I mean, obviously, lots of people enjoy "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" and movies like that. So, obviously, they hit that kind of some of the time. I don't know if they could do that all the time and they don't want to, or if it's just sort of like, well, we did the thing we always do, and for some reason they liked it more in "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" than anything else.
I think they have a pretty solid beat on making sort of the tone they want. I think that was just a swing and a miss. That's my take on it.
Okay.
It also was their movie right after No Country, and I think they were just like, let's go a little smaller and not, have this lavish set and massive sprawling story and everything.
Did they ever make a movie for Blood Meridian?
No.
They probably should. Actually, I don't know. That book's just weird.
If you could figure out what the hell is going on in it, maybe.
James Franco, I'm sure, is working on a production.
Yes.
Probably.
That dude is adapting all the pretentious "you can't adapt this into a film's" books that you can.
What else
take
is
a
he
stick
doing?
At. I think he did "As I Lay Dying,"
right.
and "Sound and Fury." The Sound and the what's the Faulkner one with the guy who's mentally?
I'm pretty sure you're right.
Okay.
The Sound and the Fury.
Yeah,
It's a Shakespeare reference.
I'm aware of that. But thank you for explaining
I
that
was
to all the
not.
other listeners.
Yeah,
And
I was
Tony.
about to say, I didn't know that.
So what is it? What's
It
the
is but
line?
sound and fury signifying nothing, right? That's the line.
A tale told by an idiot, full of... Or is a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury, but signifying nothing. Yes. That's that line from... I forget what it is, but someone's talking about what it takes to be a storyteller, and someone's like, Shakespeare had it right. All you need is sound, fury, and an idiot. I just found that to be pretty entertaining.
That's a good line.
I really can't remember what that's from.
What is that from?
I don't know. I just...
Okay,
I want to say
well,
it's somewhere near the Coen brothers, but
any
possibly I
astute
made
listeners,
it up, but I doubt that highly.
any astute listeners who might happen to know that, I would dearly love to know what that comes from. Hopefully I don't die here on the bridge. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee.
It's possible the arena may start floating in the near future, Tony. Unless you want to,
is
should
that?
I not be digging dirt this close to the arena? Or is that okay? Do you want the dirt block to overtake?
There's a platform. If the arena has to float, it has to float.
It's got a solid base, you're right. Okay.
Hey, what do you mean
I'm
it's
gonna
gonna like? It'll still be there. We're just gonna teleport into the same spot.
Yeah.
It'll be like in that X-Men movie where he just makes the arena fly.
That's actually a really good movie. Although a lot of people didn't like it as much as I did, apparently.
X3.
No,
No,
not
Days
that was
of
the Golden
Future
Gate
Past.
Bridge. That one was a bad movie. Days of Future Past.
A lot of
It was
people
fun
really
movie,
like
I'll
Days of
say.
Future Past. I didn't
Okay,
necessarily love it.
I thought it was a lot of fun, and there hadn't been a decent X-Man movie in a while, and that was,
You didn't like
Nice.
First Class?
again... I saw, actually, Days of Future Past before First Class. I finally was like, well, I guess I'll try X-Men again, after people were like, First Class is pretty good, and Days of Future Past was a lot of fun. I was like, alright.
I think
I
I
tried.
was overhyped for Days of Future Past. Like I heard really great things about it. I went in expecting, I don't know, just a Marvel movie essentially, like one of the better Marvel movies. And I was like, this is kind of fun, I guess.
I mean, what wasn't there to like about it? It wasn't, and, like...
I felt
was
like
Wasn't
like
that
world,
guy
though.
that couldn't be killed getting killed like immediately?
no, that was in the other one.
Oh yeah, not Days of Future Past. That was in First Class.
Yeah, I felt
First
like that
Class
there was
has-
some
First Class had
holy
weaknesses.
crap. I felt like that there was some inconsistencies with the Magneto character,
I mean, that's Magneto to some degree. I'm actually...
and I was a
Oh,
little bit
he's a-
annoyed with the resolution. I'm like, it's been honestly okay. One of the problems that I have with it is that I can't remember what happened in it, and generally that's a bad sign for like a movie being really coherent.
Right. It's a time travel movie. Those can be a little tricky to remember, though.
Yeah, but you're also talking about a guy that's watched not Luke, What's the primer, like 60 times?
I have not
Yes.
watched Primer 60 times.
This is the
Okay,
second reference
it's like
to how much Albert watches Primer this
25.
week, actually. There's a Dwarf Fortress reference in Dwarf Fortress about how Albert's watched Primer 60 times.
I have not watched it 60 times.
That's now the truth. I thought the resolution was great. I don't want to spoil anything, but like the reveal of... Never mind. I can't talk about it without spoiling it. They had cameos that were hidden and stuff, and...
Okay.
it depends which resolution. If you're talking about the Magneto resolution, that was maybe a little...
Like his thing with facing off against the people in the stadium that he built with what's-her-face?
Yes.
Jennifer Lawrence. There was something about that, and again, it's difficult to remember the specifics, but it felt off for me. I was like, this is not... I don't think this is how this should play out. I'm looking for some safe dirt to dig, and I cannot find any.
Under the
Okay, I'm
arena.
about to die on the stairs. I'm just gonna jump.
Well, you
Not giving them
died.
the satisfaction of the
Not
kill.
on the stairs.
Well, it was a lot easier for me
these
to
your
die
bones?
there than it would be to die elsewhere. And I'm over by the, I'm at the Ancient Garden build.
By the way, you know what X-Men
Ah.
First Class has in spades? Great soundtrack.
Okay. Yes, that. X-Men First Class. Is that First Class or is that the score? What is happening? What is going on?
I got jammed into
I
the
got
X-Men
locked
First
in.
Class soundtrack.
I couldn't tell if that was like a classic music because it's set in like the 70s. If that was like a classic rock song that you were singing that they'd use, or if that's the actual score.
Well, that's the
or-
actual score. I used to pop
Okay.
up on Pandora all the time for me.
I will say that I'm full of dirt. I love that. First Class, yeah, was middling. They had too many mutants, so they were like, and there's this guy, and I guess he can do this, and too many overpowered mutants. Like one of those people should have been king of all mutants because of his powers. And then they really rushed the sort of character development with a few quick, like, hey, we're all becoming friends, and then hey, this is why I'm angry at you, sort of scenes.
Right.
There's the door. And then Days of Future Past. The relationship between Magneto and Xavier is incredibly complex, and I think that they played off of that for the very end, but didn't earn it as much as they thought they had.
Complex and confusing can sometimes be conflated accidentally by storytellers.
Yes.
I have never done that in a story.
You had by the way,
I was
this
just
is
about
going to
to
come
say.
out several weeks after, so I don't know how helpful it'll be to anybody, but I really dug your story in the arena this week.
Thank you.
It's
Tony's
called
romance.
It Won't Light.
I just like
They do stay up in the arena. Whoops, I don't want to grab your
What?
stuff, Tony. So
people
I
can
can't.
still go and
I'm
find
right
that right
behind
now.
you.
Yes.
You
Yes,
can go to the
they can.
writersarena.com and click on the stories and get like 150 stories if they want them.
They
Some
can.
of them are pretty good.
A fair amount of them. And again, every time I go back for these anthologies, and I guess I got to start doing that next one now. Oh, I just watched Tony put his pants on. I was like, wow, this is going to be that anthology? This is going to be that anthology? Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Wow, 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 wow. And that's on
I
sale
feel
now,
like
by the
I'm-
way.
Yep.
You can go and buy it on Amazon for Kindle, and I believe physical copies as well.
Do you have a single arrow,
And you should,
Joe?
by the way. We're not just telling you you
arrows.
can. Like, it's something that you need to do.
Thank you.
There's essays from the authors about each battle.
And it's not just the stuff you can already get online. We have bonus content in there.
Yep.
Um,
Also
Next
really
anthology is
good.
actually going to have some stories you never saw on the arena before.
Is that the one? Or is it third?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's second. No, it might be third.
when is that one coming
Who
out, Joe?
knows? Next week.
Christmas. I literally have to send out emails. I can't believe I have to do another book. Guys.
Well, put it this way. By the time this comes out, you are going to be 7 books behind.
Yes. However, I hopefully have it a little streamlined, and I know not to rely on us for the proofreading.
Yeah, like, whenever we saw how much it would cost to get an editor, it sounded high, and then it was just like...
Turns out
Just
that
how
actually
many
takes a
hours
lot
for
of
3
time.
of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can either spend our time that we get paid money for to do that, or give somebody else money to do that, and continue doing what we do already pretty well.
pretty well.
And they're
Especially if someone has read my work before, they know I'm not the best editor in the world.
That's how you get better, though, Tony.
I did. I mean, I edited probably the first 4 battles.
Yeah.
I got through going front ways. You know, just sort of line by line by line, word by word by word. But man, was that not fun.
And it was time consuming.
Yes,
And
very
it took,
time consuming. I'd be like, oh, I got an hour in here. I can. Anyway, nobody wants to hear about that too much, but.
No, I did like the letter she sent our editor mentioning that. So, by the way, if you happen to see typos, please let me know. Because, as she pointed out, typos really boil down to how many eyeballs you have in a thing. That's the main advantage big publishers have, is that copies go through more eyeballs. So things get caught better and more. It's a common belief that caring about typos is what makes typos go away, which is not true. Believe it or not,
I'm walking on
I
air.
care about typos.
I never thought I could
George
feel
is
so
in
free.
at home.
I thought I was going to be walking on sunshine, but
Free
instead I'm
to
just
leave.
off the dirt block.
A message at the beep.
I was pretty impressed with this editor, considering it was like a CreateSpace editor that we hadn't interacted with.
I was super skeptical, but I guess we'll leave a little review for CreateSpace editors. Joe was like, we're gonna use these editors, and I thought, all right. You said they had good reviews.
How often when I express an idea do you secretly think to yourself that it's a terrible idea and then say, all right?
I said in the meeting, I was like, are we sure that these are good, good folks? Do they have, are they just sort of like preying on self-pub people who don't want to do any of the work themselves?
No, that's other plate.
Turns out that Amazon actually
Which is
cares
what we
about their
are.
product a
I
little
mean,
bit.
wow. Creator blew it up. Creator.
Sometimes I actually know what I'm doing. Sometimes.
Who
that's why
got
we're
blew up
building a
over here?
dirt
Tony,
block.
did you get blown up?
I don't think so.
Something got blown up.
Where are you?
Unless in my mad sprint away, I got blown up.
Oh, wow. This looks
I
like
was-
it got blown up.
I was
Definitely
basically,
got blown up.
I was attacked by a witch, 2 skeletons, and like a spider, so I was
Zebra?
just kind of screwed. There might have been a creeper in there, but I didn't see
Something
it.
definitely blew up here where I am.
Yeah, but this is on the dirt block.
Yeah. Where are you
Was
on the
that
dirt block?
where you were?
Where are you?
When you got
I'm on the
attacked
dirt
earlier,
block.
Tony, and you went flying?
Yeah, I was on the dirt block and landed on the stairs.
Well, it must have been a creeper.
Yeah, I see where you... Where are you, Al?
Right here next to you.
Oh, this is happening again. Excellent.
Woo!
He's invisible.
Look over the edge of this thing.
I am doing that right this second.
That's freaky.
I know it's not going to come in this episode, but it's kind of exciting. The robot intern ended up getting a Minecraft account.
It's true.
Did we end up getting the name right?
Nope.
Okay. The robot and the intern got a Minecraft account, but it's not called the robot intern.
Robot intern.
Oh,
got
it is a
Minecraft account.
robot that has the name Human Echoes Podcast.
It's the robot intern.
Or
account.
just
I'm not
AT podcast.
Salinger, guys. I don't know if that's a big surprise to you, but
What?
just because the thing we can call it the robot intern, just because his Minecraft name is my Minecraft name is Salinger, but I'm not Salinger.
Nah.
Yeah, it's his handle.
Yeah, he goes by Hep Podcast. Hep Podcast. Hey,
Ew.
Pep Oddcast.
I don't like not being able to see you. Especially when you
I'm
make noises
not
like
near
that.
you.
I don't know that.
Oh, I mean, he's in Florida.
This pillar got eaten. Yeah, I think when you on your leap out, I think you had an explosion behind you, Tony. You could have filmed that.
It's very sweet of you to say so, Joe, though. I appreciate it.
What did I do?
That you don't like not being able to see me.
Yes, it kills me. Again, that camera in the bathroom just isn't cutting it anymore.
And with that, we leave y'all.
We will see you guys for Dirt
Sign
Block
up at
43 next week.
twitch.tv/Human Echoes to see my camera in the bathroom stream.
That
Both the stream of the camera and the stream of my pee.
and the stream. That stream as
Flows
well.
into the toilet bowl.
Oh, God.
It's stream on stream action. You can only get it at twitch.tv/Human Echoes.
Streamception.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. I want to hear somebody now with like that really thick Southern accent play Dwarf Fortress. All right, y'all, we're gonna get in here and like try to get us some lungfish today. And lungfish have really been active up there in the springtime, and they'll just come right into your tunnels and wreak havoc with all of your stuff. So we're gonna get us some lungfish, We're going to build a trap for it. Of course, now you need some workshops, and you wouldn't expect that the kitchen workshop would be in workshops. You'd think it'd be like a building or whatever, but no, it's a workshop, y'all.